It's a torture. It's not admiration. And I think that's what people really need to understand.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Hey, I'm Michelle Hammer, and you're watching Schizophrenia and the City. And before we get into the topic, I just wanted to remind you to please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. What I want to talk about today is schizophrenia and narcissism. Do you think that schizophrenics are narcissistic or anything like that? I found an article online pretty much saying that schizophrenics are narcissists. Actually, it says that schizophrenia may blur the boundary between internal and external realities by overactivating a brain system that involved in self-reflection and thus causing an exaggerated focus on oneself. I focus on myself more? Is that such a bad thing that I focus on myself? I have to take care of myself. It's called self-care. Is there something so wrong with that, really? You have schizophrenia, so you focus on yourself a lot? Kind of a deal? You think about yourself, you're only thinking of yourself. I wanted to get into this more and really understand this whole article and what narcissism might really be. So I looked at the definition of narcissism. Do you want to know what it is? I was curious, so I just wanted to look at it. And the definition of narcissist is a person who has excessive interest in admiration of themselves. So I was thinking maybe we're not, admiring ourselves, because with schizophrenia comes a lot of paranoia. And paranoia usually revolves around oneself, in my case at least. I constantly think that people are talking about me behind my back. Does that mean that I'm a narcissist because I think people are always talking about me behind my back? I remember years and years ago, I said to somebody, stop talking about me. I know you're talking about me. And they're like, dude, stop. Stop. Why do you think we're all talking about you? Who do you think you are? We're not talking about you. Why are you thinking everything's about you? Or how about when I hear people whispering, like whispering on the subway, whispering in person, whispering walking down the street, just any kind of whispering. Are they whispering about me? Are they whispering about me? Are they talking about me? Okay. Is that me being narcissistic, thinking that everyone's talking about me? What about delusions? Delusions, when I'm thinking about delusions, it's all about me. I'm thinking about horrible things that I might have done in the past or just completely embarrassed myself in the past, but it all is about me. All things that I think about, they're all involving me all the time. But does that make me a narcissist? Am I really only focusing on myself? Do I have this altered brain activity in schizophrenia may cause exaggerated focus on self? So this article says, well, how can I not have an exaggerated focus on myself when all of my hallucinations, delusions, my paranoia, and the voices and everything is always talking to me? How can I not have some sort of, self-centeredism around my schizophrenia when every one of the symptoms that I'm having involves me? And then even if people see me talking to myself and they're like, yo, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're not going to get it because it doesn't involve you. And if I'm laughing, you're not going to get the joke because it doesn't involve you. It involves me. And if I try to explain it, you're just going to say, that's not funny, or why are you thinking about that, or what does that have to do with what's going on right now? It only has to do with me. Am I a narcissist because of this? Am I a narcissist because all my schizophrenia symptoms have to do with me? I don't think so, and I don't think that everyone else would really think that either. It's just how it is, right? Please leave me some anything in the comments, any opinions of your own, because when I start thinking about paranoia, it involves me. Does your paranoia, there's also that paranoia, you kind of think I hope that person's safe when they leave. I hope everything's going okay with them. You might think something bad's going to happen to somebody else. Yes, I guess sometimes paranoia can be reflected onto other people, but mostly it's affecting me. It's in my head. So if it's in my head and it's affecting me, why is it so bad? How is that narcissism? This was just this very strange kind of thing I came across, and I was just wondering, how could it not be narcissistic? But is it narcissistic? Because when we looked up the definition, it was like an admiration. I'm not admiring myself. I'm more of torturing myself. It's more of a torture than an admiration because I can't make it stop. I would love to stop thinking that people are talking about me. I would love to stop having delusions about myself in the past or making up stories that are just horrible and embarrassing and mean, and they're just so awful. I wish they would stop. And I would love to stop having like hallucinations where people are just saying mean, stupid things to me, or just bringing up the past, or just anything that would just make it stop. I don't want these things to happen. I don't think that they're good things. I want them to stop. I'm not a fan of them. It's not admiration at all. It's not. It's torture. I don't like it. And I don't like that people are saying that, oh, schizophrenics, you're self-centered. I don't want to be self-centered. People have called me self-centered, but it's not because I don't know. I don't mean to act like this. I don't want to act like this. And do other people act like this too? It's not any person with schizophrenia's really fault that you might be considered self-centered. It's not. Your symptoms make you that way. And if anyone gets mad at you and calls you a self-centered person or a narcissist, I think you have to ignore them, because it's not something that you can really control. It's a torture. It's not admiration. And I think that's what people really need to understand. And I think these articles kind of have it a little bit wrong, because if you're saying that we are narcissists and we're full of admiration of ourselves and that we can't control, just thinking about ourselves all the time, you're not thinking the right thing. You're not thinking the right thing at all. It's not going good. And in conclusion, I have to say, I'm just going to go start thinking about myself some more. How about that? No, I'm thinking about you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And keep on thinking good things, positive things about yourself, that is. All right. Bye, guys.